Well, I said earlier that there would be a lot of hope here tonight. And here's proof, because here is the man who is to place the crown upon the head of Miss World tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Bob Hope.
Thank you very much. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. I am very, very happy to be here at this cattle market tonight. Moo. No, it's quite a cattle market. I've been back there checking calves. No, but this is beautiful, and I'm very thrilled to be here once again in this beautiful Albert Hall. I haven't been here for a few years. But I want to assure you, ladies and gentlemen, about the bomb blast. I want to assure you there's nothing going to get blown up here tonight. They've checked every costume in the place. So I think we're all right. This is really my kind of room, though, wall-to-wall girls. And I wouldn't have missed this at all. I've been hooked on girls since I was about 14 when my mother cut off my curls and I found out I wasn't one. Up till then, I was the only kid in school with a choice of powder room. No, I've been a girl watcher since, well, that's how my nose got this way. Pointing at the girl that lived upstairs. You know, the real reason I'm here is because we take Miss World on our Christmas trip every year. It's a morale booster for me. Actually, the Defense Department insists on it. When the guys see her up there on the stage with me, it keeps them in a fighting mood. Last year, Miss World, Miss Ava Ruber-Steyer was a big hit with the Air Force. Wherever we went, the fighter pilots, why, they did come out and they did loop-de-loops, they did rolls, they'd fly out in formations, all in her honor, and many of them had planes. And I must say that last year I promised Miss World a part in a picture, and I'll have to do something about it soon because she's getting tired of all the rehearsals. No, can I tell you, I've always had a great interest in beautiful girls. I don't know what causes it. I guess it's something of a vitamin deficiency. But I do have that need, ladies and gentlemen. But I don't want you to think I'm a dirty old man because I never give women a second thought. My first thought covers everything. Can I tell you what a wonderful week I've had here in London. It's been a mad social week for me. Cocktails at Buckingham Palace and dinner at the American ambassadors. Thank heavens I have a drip-dry dinner jacket. Really. And mingling with the royalty, I can hardly wait to go back home. I don't know who to snub first. I will look down on more people than Jackie Onassis at a Marie Callas concert. I worked 2 shows at the Festival Hall for my booker, Lord Mountbatten. That was Monday night, and I'm still alive and well. I guess audiences are sick of violence. But Princess Grace filled in for Noel Coward, and she did a great job. You know, Grace came from Philadelphia, and she went to Hollywood and became a movie star and then married a prince. I don't know if that's the best way to become a princess, but it sure beats the frog-kissing method. Closest I ever came to meeting a real princess was when I shared a locker with Tiny Tim at the YMCA. Phyllis Diller will probably become Hollywood's next princess. That is, if she can never find a frog with guts enough to kiss her. But it's been a great week. Just before the show there, we attended a cocktail party at Buckingham Palace. Cocktail party. I heard money was tight, but hot Bovril? And I really appreciate the trouble they went to in my honor. They had an ice cube flown in from Finland. I thought that was real nice. And I love the informal stand-up party at the palace. I didn't ask what happened to the chairs. I'd hate to think they missed a payment. No, this is the second time I was invited to the palace. I guess they wanted the towels back. I won't say the drinks were potent, but it's the first time I ever asked Rudolf Nureyev to dance. He accepted and told me to get into my tutu. Then we did a big show at the Talk of the Town for the World Wildlife Fund, and you get an idea how critical that situation is when you realize that just a few years ago, Soho was teeming with wildlife. Now, the fight to save our wildlife has many rewards, ladies and gentlemen, not the least of which is getting your wife to wear a cloth coat. And we must preserve
The proceedings have been temporarily suspended. The interruption, I welcome though it is to the organisers, isn't altogether unexpected. One or two people managed to get onto the stage. At the back of the amphitheatre, there were some demonstrators. They started rattling, and then they blew whistles, and then one or two of them managed to get through, which was quite an achievement because the security here has been extremely tight. It was realized, though, by the organisers that there has been some criticism before this began. There were threats made earlier in the week to disrupt the contest, and now there's been some trouble inside. I think that the organisers do seem to be getting on top of it. Bob Hope certainly has left the stage while this is sorted out. No, he's back there still. He's a bit bewildered.
Once more.
This is not the kind of situation he normally expects to come up against, but it's a big round of applause for him now.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is a nice conditioning course for Vietnam. I want to tell you, anybody that would try to break up an affair as wonderful as this, with these kind of proceedings and with these wonderful people and wonderful girls from the entire world, have got to be on some kind of dope, ladies and gentlemen, believe me. I want you to meet the girl that I took to Vietnam last year and all over the world and made a tremendous hit. Miss World of last year, Miss Eva Ruber-Steyer, right here. There you are, darling. You were kind of lucky this didn't happen to you last year, did it?
No, it did not.
Well, I tell you one thing, this is only going to happen for a little while because sooner or later, these people have to get paid off, you know. There's somebody upstairs that takes care of that. How, have you had a great year?
Oh, I did. I had a fantastic year.
Have you, darling?
Yeah, it was a lot of traveling, and I met so many people. It was really fantastic. I enjoyed it very much.
Oh, I'm glad of that. Well, I must say, I must congratulate you on your work that you did around the world last year for all the servicemen. And you're just beautiful. And I want to tell you, you have beautiful eyes.
I think your eyes are nice too.
Yeah, and you have a cute little turned up nose. Well, my nose turns up.
Yes, eventually.
Thank you, darling. Miss Eva Rubersteyer, right there. Thank you, darling. A couple cards later. Ladies and gentlemen, I watched backstage, and I think the judges are going to have a rough time in this contest because I've never seen so many beautiful girls. I think there's about as pretty, and I've seen a lot of these world contests. Of course, I've never, not under these conditions, but I for a minute there, I thought I was back in vaudeville. I want to also say, because they've asked me to do a few more minutes, it was quite a week because I was on This Is Your Life last Wednesday, and that was something of a shock. I can't tell you what a thrill it is to be in swinging London and then find out your wife is in town. A lot of performers, of course, would be upset if they were caught unawares like that, but not me. I wear my makeup to breakfast. It's part of my deal with the butler. He's got a weak stomach. No, but when the cameras turn on, all I do, you know, is just put on an eyeliner and zip up and I'm ready. And I was really thrilled with all the people that showed up, all the tributes. But I hate to be topped by my president, especially when I'm paying him his salary. I'm flying home tomorrow, and I'm not looking forward to it. I've had a wonderful time, and besides, when you fly today, you never know where you're going to land. You know you're in trouble when the hostess says coffee, tea, or map of Havana. No, I have a terrible fear of being hijacked to a country where they never heard of me. I don't mind being killed, but ignored, never. I was on one of those kidnapped flights, and I want to tell you, it was ghastly. It really was. I waited 2 hours for the occupied sign to go off, then the hijacker told me not to move. How'd you like to do the funky chicken all the way to Beirut? No, I think they're going too far with this hijacking. This morning at my hotel, some drunk pulled a gun and told the elevator operator to take us to Cuba. Right at the Savoy. Now, we had a very unusual flight coming over. Very unusual. David Frost wasn't on it. David has more time in the air than Timothy Leary. You know that David makes the trip so fast, he makes that round trip to America so fast, he left yesterday just as his backwash arrived from the day before. David had one very, very frightening experience, a very bad experience, because crossing the Atlantic, he looked out the window and saw himself on a plane coming the other way. That's David Frost. See, he flies a lot. I want to just tell you one thing. Ladies and gentlemen, may I say again that I know we're going to get a very beautiful Miss World, and I just want to tell you that I know the prettiest girl will win, the most talented girl will win, and I just wish them a lot of luck. And I know it's not whether you win or lose, it's how you play the game. I have that embroidered on the underwear that I wear at the Academy Awards. Thank you very much.